December 7th, 1941. A black cook is collecting laundry below deck when Japanese bombs start falling. He's never touched a machine gun in his life. The Navy won't even train him. But in 23 minutes, this 22-year-old will do something that forces America to confront an ugly truth. The man they wouldn't allow to fight just became their first hero of World War II. His name was Dorie Miller. And what happened next is beyond belief. At 7:55 a.m., according to National Archives records, Japanese fighters screamed over Pearl Harbor. Miller was aboard the USS West Virginia when torpedoes ripped through the hull. His battle station? Destroyed. But Miller didn't run. He rushed to the bridge and found Captain Mervyn Bennion bleeding out, a piece of shrapnel buried in his abdomen. Miller, the son of Texas sharecroppers who dropped out of school to help his family, carried his captain to safety through fire and chaos. Then he did the impossible. He manned a .50 caliber anti-aircraft gun, a weapon black sailors were forbidden to even touch. With zero training, as documented by the U.S. Navy Department, Miller fired at incoming Japanese planes until he ran out of ammunition. Official records credit him with shooting down one enemy aircraft. But Miller and other witnesses claimed he hit 4 to 6 planes. When ordered to abandon ship, he didn't. He stayed, pulling wounded sailors from burning oil and wreckage, one of the last 3 men to leave the sinking battleship. But here's the part that'll make your blood boil. For 3 months, the Navy refused to name him. They called him an unnamed Negro mess attendant in reports. Think about that. The first American hero of World War II, and they wouldn't say his name. It took black journalists at the Pittsburgh Courier, the NAACP, and political pressure all the way up to President Franklin Roosevelt to force the Navy to acknowledge Dorie Miller's heroism. On May 27, 1942, Admiral Chester Nimitz finally pinned the Navy Cross on Miller's chest aboard the USS Enterprise. According to VA historical records, Nimitz stated this marked the first time in the conflict that such high tribute had been made to a member of his race. Miller became the first African American to receive the Navy Cross. But many believed, and still believe today, that he deserved the Medal of Honor. Miller wrote one letter to the Pittsburgh Courier that reveals everything about his character. "You have opened up a little for us, at least for the ones who were following me, and I hope it will be better in the future." He wasn't fighting for glory. He was fighting for those who would come after him. 2 years later, November 24, 1943, Miller was serving aboard the USS Liscombe Bay during the Gilbert Islands invasion when a Japanese torpedo struck. The explosion was catastrophic. According to Navy war damage reports, the ship's bomb magazine detonated, sinking the vessel in 23 minutes. Of the 916 crew members, 644 went down with the ship. Dorie Miller was among them. He was 24 years old. His body was never recovered. The Navy declared him dead on November 25, 1944, exactly 1 year after the sinking. His parents received notification on the 2nd anniversary of Pearl Harbor. The Pittsburgh Courier wrote in 1956 that Miller died for his country so that his people might rise another notch in dignity and courage. In 2020, the Navy announced they're building the USS Doris Miller, the first aircraft carrier ever named after both an African American and an enlisted sailor. Dorie Miller grabbed a weapon he was never trained to use in a military that told him he wasn't good enough to fight, and became the hero America desperately needed, but was too prejudiced to properly honor. He saved lives. He fought back. He made the ultimate sacrifice. And for decades, his story was buried. What would you have done in Dorie Miller's position? When your country won't even train you to defend it, but the bombs are falling anyway? Drop your thoughts below. If this story fired you up, share it so more people know about the hero they tried to erase from history. Hit that follow for more untold stories of courage that'll blow your mind. Remember, true heroism doesn't ask for permission.